Athena, an interactive musical mystery. This is not one of those typical David and Goliath stories. The Goliaths in this story are some of the biggest names in rock history. Me, I was just a rock fan. When I found myself being looked down upon for telling people about the musical mystery I created, a mystery where my letter was the seed, and the helping hand of a gracious benefactor enabled that seed to take root, allowing my mystery to grow into a mighty oak tree for world peace. It was her act of unbelievable kindness that ended up casting me as the David in this saga. My story boils down to this. The story behind my musical mystery doesn't jive with what has been said publicly about the very songs that are part of it. This entire convoluted journey began when I included a couple of wishes in a fan letter. Those wishes were granted by the woman who, on the back cover of one of her albums, describes herself as one of the keepers of the wishing well. With that act of kindness, she transformed my life from that of a fan into an impresario, working behind the scenes of this real-life musical mystery that has now spanned more than 4 decades. Instead of facing down one Goliath at a time with my story, I find myself facing an army of Goliaths and the kingdoms that rule them, all because the public has turned me and my story into a battle of he said, they said. I contend these Goliaths became willing participants in my musical mystery. Yet before I can even tell my side of the story, I must first battle a society that rushes in to defend the Goliaths, stopping my story dead in its tracks. Here I stand, one man against the world, being treated like I'm 5150 while carrying the world's problems on my shoulders. Figuratively speaking, I am armed with nothing more than a shepherd's sling and the stones of truth. My greatest battle has never been against the Goliaths themselves. It has been trying to convince the public to stop obstructing me long enough to let the evidence speak for itself. Once you allow the evidence to speak for itself, you can take on the role of a detective and decide for yourself what the evidence reveals. This mystery revolves around my poster. Are the songs hiding clues about the poster? That's your assignment. The game is afoot. Detectives, stop acting like you're the Goliaths' defense attorneys. Start thinking like detectives. Now decide for yourself if the Goliaths of rock are actually participating in this mystery. We've all been waiting for you to join us and take the stage. Welcome, detectives. Your role in this rock opera is about to begin.